After previously discussing camera angles in manga, how perspective and rhythm can guide a reader's emotions, now we're moving into another essential element, the panel. If camera angles are the voice of visuals, then panels are the space and time. Panels determine where readers view the story from, how fast they read, and how deeply they feel each scene. Many people think panels are just simple boxes that frame a moment. But in the hands of a skilled mangaka, a panel becomes a storytelling tool. Sometimes it's wide, sometimes narrow, sometimes it tilts, and sometimes it shatters like glass. All of these aren't just aesthetic choices, they're part of the visual language that controls how readers emotionally experience a moment. And the most exciting part, with the help of AI tools like ChatGPT and Gemini, we can now explore and experiment with different kinds of panels without needing to draw manually. You can design a manga page by describing your narrative concept first, then visualize it through AI prompts with results that look surprisingly professional. Before diving into the types of panels, it's important to understand that panels are the foundation of reading flow in manga. Japan has a right-to-left reading tradition, so the direction of panels follows that natural rhythm. Each box doesn't just contain an image, it also carries timing. A large panel gives space for emotional or dramatic moments, while a small one suggests quick movement or light conversation. If you pause an anime scene and analyze the framing, you'll see how the composition shapes mood and tempo. In manga, panels are essentially those paused frames, except you, the creator, decide their length, shape, and direction. That's what gives manga its cinematic power on the page. Horizontal panels are often used to show calm or expansive scenes, moments of peace or vastness. Imagine the first page of Attack on Titan, showing the towering wall and the wide sky above it. That's a classic example of a horizontal panel. The long, wide composition makes readers pause and breathe, letting them feel the atmosphere. Vertical panels, on the other hand, emphasize movement or intensity. Think of a character falling from a building or a sword slicing downward. Those tall lines give a sense of momentum and speed. By combining both horizontal and vertical layouts, a manga page becomes dynamic and emotionally layered. If you want to design these panels with AI, you can easily use ChatGPT or Gemini to describe the visual layout. For example, you could say, create a manga page layout with the first panel horizontal showing a city in the morning and the second panel vertical showing a character jumping from a rooftop. AI will understand the narrative structure and help generate prompts you can use in image generators like Leonardo, Pixai, or Mage to visualize it instantly. Now here's where things get cinematic: diagonal or tilted panels. These are the ones that make manga look dramatic, edgy, or chaotic. They're commonly used to portray tension, instability, or emotional turmoil. During fights or inner conflicts, a tilted panel gives off a sense that the world itself is off balance. You can see this technique in Tokyo Ghoul or Chainsaw Man. During intense battles, almost no panel lines are perfectly straight. The angles slant and overlap, creating visual turbulence. The result: readers feel the same unease and adrenaline as the characters do. Technically, when making this type of panel using AI, you could describe it like this: manga diagonal panel showing a character in battle, tilted perspective from below. AI will adjust the camera angle and image composition accordingly. Gemini can also help explain how to place dialogue balloons so they don't clash with slanted borders, keeping everything readable while maintaining that dynamic energy. Sometimes, mangaka want to express extreme emotion loss, rage, or freedom. For that, they use broken panels or borderless panels. A broken panel might look like shattered glass, often used during dramatic moments like when a character receives devastating news. Borderless panels, meanwhile, are used to convey emotional transitions or vast atmospheres. When a character stares at the ocean or sky, the lack of borders makes readers feel as if the world extends beyond the page itself. If you're generating these using AI, you could add a description like, full-page manga panel without borders, emotional atmosphere, character looking at the sky. With ChatGPT or Gemini, you can also ask narrative questions like, when is the best time to use a borderless panel to deepen emotional impact? AI might explain that this kind of panel works best after moments of conflict to give readers emotional breathing space. Beyond shape, panel size plays a huge role in pacing. Small, narrow, or quick-cut panels are often used to capture fast reactions like eye movements, footsteps, or a falling object. In Naruto, for example, during fast-paced fights, the panels jump quickly between characters' expressions or attacks. Smaller panels speed up the reader's eye movement, amplifying tension. These panels can also be used for lighthearted moments, like casual conversations at school or comedic timing. ChatGPT can help outline these short interactions for you. Arrange small panels showing to characters talking in a school hallway, light and funny tone. AI can suggest the sequence and even note subtle expressions or camera angles that enhance the mood. Panel design isn't just about shape, it's also about placement on the page. Manga artists often refer to top-heavy pages and bottom-heavy pages. A top-heavy layout, more panels on the upper section, helps build up tension or setup, while a bottom-heavy one emphasizes the climax or emotional release. For instance, placing a large dramatic panel at the bottom of a page is a classic way to end on a powerful note. When using AI, you can first describe your page layout textually. ChatGPT or Gemini can generate narrative layouts like this. A page with 3 panels, to small ones on top showing conversation, and one large at the bottom showing a massive explosion in the city background. That gives you a solid reference before you move on to visual tools like Comic Life, Canva, or Clip Studio Paint to complete the page layout. The beauty of manga storytelling lies in how different panels interact to shape rhythm. A horizontal panel sets the scene. A tilted one builds tension. Small panels quicken reactions. A large closing panel delivers emotional impact. Each has its own function, but together they create an immersive cinematic experience. With AI, experimenting with combinations like this becomes effortless. You can ask ChatGPT to create full-page concepts such as, design a manga page layout showing an emotional battle between 2 friends, starting with a calm horizontal panel followed by diagonal action panels, and ending with a large dramatic panel at the bottom. From that, AI can generate the scene's textual description, which you can turn into visuals using your preferred generator. What used to take hours of sketching and erasing can now be done in minutes with the freedom to revise endlessly. AI tools like ChatGPT and Gemini act as creative assistants rather than replacements for real artists. They simplify the learning process by helping you understand visual structure and storytelling principles. You can discuss with AI about concepts like panel rhythm, tone, lighting, and text placement. For instance, you can ask, is a diagonal panel suitable for an intense conversation scene? Or, Where should I place speech bubbles so they don't block the reader's eye flow? AI will answer based on narrative logic and visual storytelling rules, which gives you valuable insights before jumping into full production. This is particularly useful if you're self-learning or experimenting. Many new creators struggle not with drawing, but with story composition. AI bridges that gap by explaining why certain layouts feel more emotional or cinematic than others. Ultimately, panels are not just technical boxes, they're an emotional language. The direction, size, and boundaries of each panel carry hidden meaning. Straight panels show stability, tilted panels signal chaos or conflict. Borderless ones represent freedom or introspection. Once you understand these emotional cues, you're no longer just arranging boxes, you're directing feelings. The advantage of AI is how fast it lets you test visual impact. Try using the same scene description but with different panel types. You'll instantly notice how mood and pacing shift dramatically just from changing the angle or size of each frame. It's a quick, intuitive way to train your storytelling instincts. By doing this repeatedly, you start seeing your manga not just as drawings, but as a cinematic experience where each panel guides emotion and timing like a film director's cut. So, that's the big picture of manga panel types and how to use them effectively, including the diagonal ones that often appear in intense or emotional scenes. Now you know that every panel shape carries its own meaning, and with AI tools like ChatGPT or Gemini, you can learn, plan, and experiment freely. If you want your manga to look truly professional, don't just stop at paneling. In the next article, we'll go deeper into composition and lighting, how to guide readers' eyes, manage shadows, and use light contrast to create visual focus and emotion in every frame. So stay tuned for that one. It's going to complete your understanding of how manga storytelling works visually. And as always, if you enjoy discussions like this, don't forget to leave a like, share it with your fellow manga enthusiasts, or drop a comment. Let's keep exploring the world of manga and AI together, because who knows, this small experiment might just be your first step toward becoming a mangaka of the future, even without drawing a single line.